all my friends, my dear and loved, I meet again.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernell, the homebrewed fantasy world setting for our online game of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm your Game Master Scott, here to play with four awesome people: Erica Webb.
Hi.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, hello there.
Andrew Krug.
Greetings.
And Tanner Messer.
Hello.
If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure you hit subscribe for more content. We have a great map making series going on as well. If you're watching us on Twitch, don't forget, you can use those rooter points, make stuff happen in the game. Alright, last episode was only about 35-40 minutes, and I gave you a GM inspiration to use only for that episode. Didn't seem really fair, because not a lot of dices were made, rolls were made. So you can use it this episode, but only this episode. So make it count before it disappears.
Thank you, kind sir.
Cheers.
Last time, on episode 40 of Princess's Power Campaign 4, we left Van Greech after Princess Seer destroyed some of the pipes and structure around Unit 62 in a moment to let them know she was angry, but also releasing a lot of anxiety and energy and frustration from the buildup. But as we're flying away on this giant eagle towards the Kalaman Mountains, towards the river that'll eventually lead to the sea, there was the peace of mind of knowing that the brining had stopped. The operation and machinery used to make it was destroyed. So unless somebody's rebuilding it, there's no more brine magic shooting down into the ocean. You learned a little bit that this would kind of dissipate over time, and then everyone went to sleep on the beach on the way to Sumplin. And in your dream, you reconnected with Mr. Pickle, which was your brother Henry's friend in the dream plane. And through a sequence of imagery going inside of Henry's mind into dark, dead dreams, you found Kerfunzel's father, who was being looked at by death. And he was seeing this cave entrance in the jungle of the Quinn dynasty. And within it, a large demon named Konadu, who was surrounding a death book. As we see your mother with Henry getting closer and closer, it seems that's where they're heading. Or that's what Henry's dreaming about for his mother. And with that, everyone woke up and teleported into Veilcast. So, it is about morning time after you've waken up. Welcome to Veilcast. Lights of magic around you as it finally dissipates. And you're standing on this carved white stone that looks like corners have been eroded over time. Like the Colosseums in our time nowadays. Broken. Ferns and wild vines grow through. And it looks like this building you're in right now with columns around you is kind of a garden area. Maybe this area is just meant for this teleportation circle. I'll go ahead and show you the area. Gadoosh. There's a small fountain in front of you. You can hear a lot more bird and insect activity than you could anywhere else that you're from. You immediately think of those couple birds we've seen on the ocean, which are kind of your first big birds. And now you can hear them everywhere. You hear the roars of some dinosaurs way off in the distance, which is a new concept for you, but it's a big roar, so maybe monsters. But you are standing silently alone with Vafiel right here. Welcome to Veilcast.
Sears looking around. Are people around us? Does it seem like it's an abandoned area?
There
It's
is
like
nobody in here. It has a holy vibe to it.
So like, are we? Awesome that we're here, but now that we're here, like, are we friends with Veilcast? Are we just kind of walking around? Are we like sneaking?
do y'all have any
just
like
leaving?
knowledge behind Belcast? I, not being someone that's been on land too long, I don't know much about it.
Yeah. I mean, I know that Veilcast was like built by, the legendary.
Yeah, so
Be
basically the
aggressive
only
and,
information
like,
that you could
her
share
boyfriend.
with them that you know for certain is that Veilcast is built on the ruins of a city that was there hundreds of years ago when that entire jungle was decimated by Cthulhu. And it has been rebuilt on top of those ruins by two Dragontooth Juvenile Detention Center escapees, Be Aggressive, which is now B. Quinn, and Russ Quinn. But that's all you know.
Okay,
That.
noted.
So, famed villains, prisoners run this place. Though it is visibly beautiful.
Well, they haven't done too bad with the place.
We don't really particularly need to like talk to the Veilcastians. She
No,
kinda
we're
looks
after your
like
mother,
making a
right?
question. Yeah, we can. We really just need to like go to the jungle, and this was the fastest way to get over here. So if we can just do that, we can just avoid that. So we should like leave the city instead of awkwardly staying here, right? We should leave. I'm like a fish out of water here.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense logically when I think about it. But I mean, do y'all have any business in the city? Would your mother have any business in the city, or is she a jungle girl?
I mean, I think at this point she'd be trying to lay low. I mean, we do love a little sightseeing here and there, but I'd be too scared if I was in her position to be in the city right now.
Well, okay. Mizu, can you do that thing where you like see her?
Spy on mom?
you, like-
Yeah, fuck yeah. Any excuse to, like, burden that bitch in anyway. And Mizu's gonna cast Scrying.
As your eyes kind of roll back in your head, you immediately see this bubble of vision where Henry is sitting on this like rotten log, and he looks like really tired, and he's just like kind of like fading, like he's just like really hungry, and he's sweating profusely. And at this wall with this big stone in front of it that have these glowing ruins, you see Arizaline is kind of just staring at it. You can't really hear her. She seems like she's muttering something. You can't really understand it because it's in a language you don't understand, because it is an old language. What are your languages that you speak? I think are here.
Abyssal, Common, and Primordial.
Okay. Yeah, so it's this really old language that's nothing like you've heard before. And she seems to be... She'll stop, and then the runes will stop lighting up. And she just kind of like, shakes her head in frustration. She looks like she's trying to get through here.
Mizu's gonna, like, stop scrying on her, and she's gonna go, I mean, it doesn't look like she's in the city to me. She's messing with some, like, ruins, or, like, she's making things light up and turn off on a wall with, like, some weird shit that she's saying. It didn't make any sense to me.
Oh, maybe she's at the cave temple that we saw. Maybe she's already there. Okay. Can is it going well for her? Or is like she's kind of stuck?
I mean, it didn't seem like one way or the other, to be honest with you. I mean, she wasn't getting anywhere, I guess, which is good for us. Buys us a little time.
So kind of stuck.
She's still missing something. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe we can try to. We need to find that place. And as Seir kind of says that, she kind of like says it with some intensity. And she begins to cast. Ooh, it takes a minute. So there's some standing and chanting. But she's going to cast Commune with Nature. It's 1 minute. It reaches 3 miles. and I can ask some questions of nature, and find some things. Is the goal.
Okay.
Did a minute safely pass?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I get. So I'm looking for. I can look for buildings. If it's part temple cave, I'm like thinking about like the dream I saw, and I'm trying to see if I can find like a cave that kind of resembles that. If it was within 3 miles of us.
Okay,
I'm, like,
so as
reaching
you're
out.
kind of just listening in on the voices of the jungle, feeling the energy of the life flowing through flora, you find that there are attachments to certain points in the jungle that have like holes in them, maybe fallen holes or dinosaur nest or magma pits, but nowhere within 3 miles do you get a connection of this cave entrance that you're looking for, or any sort of temple building built in a cave.
Okay. Just cutting my bases. We saw a demon with the book, and so I can also sense powerful fiends. And so I'm gonna do a check within 3 miles. If I feel any powerful
Devilish shit.
fiendish.
There are no fiends within 3 miles.
All right, and then the last check, influences from other planes of existence. So I'll do a general sweep of any disturbances in the forest at all within 3 miles.
Yes, within a mile, I don't think you know the exact area, but close to you within those 3 miles is an astronomically powerful force that seems to be still open.
Can I tell which plane it feels like it's coming from, or like what it feels like?
It's a dimensional plane you have never experienced before, and you don't have a definitive answer for it, which excludes all the ones you know, which excludes all the elemental, Shadowfell, Fey, astral, ethereal. It is an unknown dimension.
I got a weird vibe within a mile from a dimension of unknown origins. So that could be something. Like,
What direction's it pulling you? We can go towards and check it out.
I'll tell you which way it's not coming from.
Oh, that's fair. Process of elimination. Love a thinking girl.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I don't know if there's like a more specific way I can try to narrow that down. Let's see what it tells me.
I think it just tells you if it's within 3 miles, but I will tell you it feels really strong, so it's like a good guess that it's within a mile.
Somewhere close, within a mile of here.
Let's make it
is
sweet.
my best bet. So just start looking and don't wander too far, I guess.
Will do. Yeah, let's start looking
So
for stuff.
we're all splitting up?
No. Just like together, we can all look.
Okay, good.
Within a mile
I
radius.
was a little
We can
nervous.
stay
'cause
within like 50
I'm
to
scared.
100 feet of each other, you
I'm
know?
not the best to split up in this jungle.
Yeah.
Land is weird.
Yeah, I really don't
that
want
part.
to end up stumbling across Mom by myself either.
That'd be
Are you scared
weird.
of her?
No, I just fucking hate that bitch. I at least need Seer there to be able to cope with the fact that like somebody else is in the fucking room besides Henry, because he's basically useless when it comes to Mom.
Feelings.
That is true. All right. Well, we're moving away from this point, so we'll use this as like our base location, and then we're moving away from, if this is like part of this. I guess we're gonna go outside this room, and if this is part of a city or anything, I guess we'll just start processing. Like, it's probably not in the middle of the city. You know, we're like,
Yeah.
if it's the cave we're looking for, like the thing we think it is, we're like, that's not there. Hopefully. So I guess walking away from civilization.
Pity. Yeah. That makes sense.
Walk outside. We look around.
Okay,
What do we perceive?
Okay, as you walk out of these doors, you kind of can take a left or right. Would you? The left, it looks like And left and right, they in front of you is kind of like some jungle that's just in the city. So it looks to your left and right is still city, so you'll have to pick like a direction. Because you don't, even looking at the sky, you've never been here before, you probably can't tell which way is north, south, east, west.
We probably need like tour guides.
I'll say this, on the left, you see this huge expanse of architecture where fountains have been installed, and it looks like a city that is prospering with jungle all around it. And it's packed full. You see humans, halflings, some varying people, but everybody is dressed very nicely with brightly colored face makeup and hats and necklaces and jewelry and stuff. So whereas the architecture is very stark and white, every humanoid here pops with exuberance. There must be a lot of money flowing through the city, and it's very luxurious.
That's to the left.
Yes.
What's to the right?
To the right, it looks like it kind of cuts around a corner, but it's the same kind of buildings, but it looks like you're in a like a tighter street going around a corner. So the left, you kind of have an overview of this entire city, but to the right, or parts of the city, but to the right, you can't really see from your vantage point what's beyond that bend.
I feel like the right unknown, because we kind of have a general idea of like, ooh, cityscape over here, but let's make that corner turn, you know?
Yeah, definitely don't want to go towards the city. And if we look up, is it open or are we under something?
No, it's open to the sky.
I can look over at Mira. Perhaps we can use a more aerial perspective. Do you mind letting us?
Oh yeah.
Right on your map?
Mira will wild shape into a giant hairy eagle.
Okay, as you immediately launch off the ground and shoot up into the sky, you're kind of in the center of the city. The part that you looked out to the left is kind of leading up to, looks like the biggest building, maybe a governmental building or a castle, so to speak, whatever they call it here. That right that goes down that way is going more towards like residential and leading to this big, like a wizarding school looking place. Directly in front of you, so I guess north, that was south, east, you see a large fighting pit, which is kind of like a big coliseum, but it's in the ground, like a fighting pit with spikes all around it. It doesn't seem to be holding an event. And then behind you is more market and shopping and stuff, but on the opposite side of all four of those is jungle. So you're in the center. You'll have to pick a direction.
Mira like looks up at Seer like, pop into my head, bitch.
My communication only really goes one way, but I will I will ask you, like, do you see anything that looks super weird within like a mile-ish radius?
I mean, nothing like weird. There's that magic school-looking place that could be emanating some weird dimensional shit, but I can just head jungle because nothing else really piqued my interest.
Roll a perception
around.
check.
Oh, fuck. Threw my dice. Sorry. Okay, 25.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so to that right, down those alleyways that kind of opens up before it eventually starts going to the magic school, there is a big crowd forming in like one of the squares. Like a lot of people.
Oh, I'll kind of like fly over that area and get a better view of that.
Okay, as you start to fly over, it looks like a guillotine is set up on a platform. It's been rolled in and it's surrounded, and there is a crap ton of halfling soldiers in silver armor with spears, only about 3.5 feet tall. They have kind of very youthful face, like children almost. But they're leading up this like dirty, bright green lizard folk up the stairs. It looks like he's been beaten, and they're placing him on the guillotine.
Is this normal here?
We're all tourists.
You're all new here.
I'm gonna ignore it because it's none of my business. That's how I was raised. I'm gonna
A big
keep to
poof
my
of clouds as
mission.
you look away. It just goes poof, and you look down, and all these big clouds kind of form around it, encasing the entire audience, and you can hear like screams down there.
Damn.
I mean, maybe he was like
Do we-
Get a
a
little
war
closer.
criminal or something. He didn't look like the rest of them. Maybe it's fine. Maybe he's
Do
bad.
we hear those like screams? Cause that
Yes.
Yeah. Old girl flew away, so we can hear that as well.
You heard it
coming
didn't
back,
sound like
I-
an explosion. It's just a lot of clouds like an explosion.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
seeing that, I'm gonna, pop a little Yui and hover a little closer down to the ground. Not
the
like
tone of
landing
screams?
or anything, but, be like, okay, someone's casting some spells over here. This is getting a little more interesting.
Are they screams of panic or are they screams of like pain
Roll an
excitement?
insight check.
Or excitement? It's also a good one.
Yeah.
Inside. Okay, I got a plus 14. Ooh, a 29.
Oh my god. They
Ooh.
sound like screams of surprise. They don't sound like screams
Ah.
of pain. And
Can I give another perception check after
yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead. That's what I was about to say.
You want to follow that?
Because you
Okay.
wanted to
No,
zoom a
just-
little closer.
Well, I won't be able to hit that high, but...
Mine's a listening check, so it's alright.
Plus 9. 23?
You see out of the clouds, people are coming up to help each other as people are like coughing and trying to get out of it. Soldiers are rushing in trying to figure out what's going on. The clouds are kind of dissipating a little bit. You can see that lizard folk has been beheaded, but you see very obviously faster than everyone running out of the crowd heading towards your party are two very small, like 2.5 foot tall cloaked individuals, but you're kind of up in the air. And they're kind of running, and as you're watching, there's some like canopies that go over an alleyway, and they just kind of dip under, and you lose sight of them.
I think Sair, hearing like the screams of like panic and surprise and seeing Mira kind of moving that way, she's kind of like doing that thing where she's like watching her in the sky and also like moving towards it, just so she's also moving that way and probably would, the party would see her moving.
Okay, as you guys are moving around that alleyway, from the air, Mira, you see them going down that same alleyway. They just went.
I feel like I would be like communicating with Seer like at this point, assuming you're like still in my head, that these two individuals and like where they're going, because
What's the
I'm
range of
also...
that spell, by the way? The talking.
He's within 30 feet of me.
Oh yeah, you're above 30 feet.
Oh, never mind. Then Seer's gonna see me kind of swoop down and follow. Like, I want to watch their aerial view as they're like running away, because these two are
Okay, so you're looking straight down. These two cloaked individuals are running into this alleyway, but it's blocked by canopies. As you're seeing this party come this way. So as you swoop down to get a look under those canopies, you swoop down and all you see is your party running towards you, and you guys are almost together. Except...
At that point, I'm yelling, "Follow these cloaked bitches!"
Yeah, but you look and there's no
Seer's
cloaked
head.
figures in this. Seer, roll a perception check. Only
Yeah.
you can make this.
Because I still got true sight, so if they hide from me, I can see them.
Oh, hell yeah.
For a perception check? Percepi. There it is. A 21?
As you see Mira kind of swooping down, behind Mira is a hooded figure that's kind of ducking into a grate into the road. And right as it's getting in, that cloaked figure, you see a pinkish tail flip as it goes down into the hole.
Like Arista's tail?
Same color.
The ear dashes towards the grate. She's like,
Go right past Mira. Everyone's watching as you go to the grate and kind of can look into the bars, and you see, because they are invisible, but you have this ability, you see them land into this water and scurry into the sewer.
I see you.
Are you shouting that?
Yeah.
Roll a performance check.
Oh no. Ooh.
Come on, performer. That's not your start.
Ooh. That's in that one.
That one?
This air difference is crazy.
They say, no, you don't. Keep running.
Yeah, nothing happens.
I could have. I saw a tail like Arista's, which I've never seen before, and like seeing another one that's either her or she had just seen some of her friends and she left. She's supposed to be coming here. She could be here. They could be here. There's a weird circus they got kidnapped from. Did you guys know that? It's a whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's when I first met everyone.
You think maybe she could be like on the like trail of something that has to do with Mom?
Well, I mean, Mom did send us here for information about stuff. We have an informant. I wouldn't call him an informant. A point of contact in Veilcast that we could. I don't know how to find him, but like, if I run into him, I can try to talk to him. His name's a symbol.
Should we try to follow it all? Like, can we fit into the sewer grate?
It's pretty easy to take off, so you can just lift it off and the hole is open.
You trying to? She
Well, we
opens it,
haven't-
and I'm a.
We haven't seen her in forever.
You gotta be
I-
fucking kidding me, right?
I look at Mizu in my giant bird form, and I'm like,
I think
We
I'll
can
like
agree
meet you
on-
guys on the other side. Like I'll go to the like toilet or something, and if y'all come out, like I'll be there waiting for you.
So yours like halfway down, and she's like, "Wait, we do need to find the Mom first. Priorities. Okay, Arista and her kinfolk could be around here, but Mom is, actively trying to solve a puzzle. So I guess we should look for her." I start to climb out of
Head
the.
back up.
Damn. Well, okay, but how do we find her? Okay. So it seems like I look over at Bird Mira. Does it seem like we're in the middle of a city? Is everything just kind of like, are we?
oh yeah, we're in
Yeah.
the middle of the city right now, essentially. I could fly us to the jungle area, but
Yeah, that might be better. Maybe we can like, I don't know how big this cave is. You think we can visibly see it? If we're like, oh, that's a big cave, attached to a mountain or something, hidden somewhere.
It was covered up in the dream, wasn't it?
It was a little mossy, so like it was definitely not a new cave.
I love that thinking. I mean,
I can ask the trees
either
around
way,
me.
I can get us out there quicker than us just like going through the city, probably by flying us over there.
Yeah.
So like Mira extends like her wing down for like y'all to climb on if you like.
Mizu's climbing on because ain't no way she getting in the sewer.
Right?
Mizu, how long does scrying last? Are you still? Do you still
10
cast it?
minutes. No,
Oh.
I figure it's longer than 10 minutes. I'll cast it again though.
Just trying to see if we can figure out, like, narrow down what's around her to see if we can be like, okay, well, we know it's not these places. Like, is she around a bunch of statues and stuff, or like architecture like we are?
I'm gonna cast scrying on Henry this time and see it from his perspective and see if there's anything different than I can see since he's with her. So I'll do that.
As you cast scrying again and focus in like that's Sir Raven, it immediately shows this bubble of Henry who's coughing and there's like dust all around him. As he kind of slowly opens his eyes as the dust kind of settles, and that rock entrance has moved from the side, and he looks up and Arizaline's looking up at him and she goes, I told you I would get it done. Okay, let's go inside and we'll eat a snack. You're doing great. And she takes his hand and they walk into this cave that's kind of glowing this green color. And as you slowly follow them, it gets really bright before it kind of goes dim a little bit, and she walks to the ledge and there's this giant, like 80-foot wide pit of hole that goes down into almost like an active volcano about 40-50 feet down, and then just big domed ceiling. And it's just a drop off with these walls Like your Woody and Buzz in Toy Story 3 looking in the incinerator, just open nothingness. And all the way on the other side is the continuation of the tunnel. As she just sighs, and she looks like she's sitting and just thinking. As she takes Henry's hand and begins to levitate and holds him and floats across this pit. As she's floating across this pit, they get to the other side and continue into this tunnel. As they get inside of this tunnel, there is this green tall statue, about like 10 feet tall, of, it looks like this bigger man who's sitting, and his mouth is open, and there's these 2 buttons in front. And she goes and holds Henry close and prepares some magic on her arm and presses one of those buttons, and you see the mouth of the statue just closes. She presses the other one and it opens, and she just kind of goes back and forth as it opens. And then she picks out of her book and kind of lets Henry go, looking around, make sure the ceiling's not falling. And she begins to sing this kind of like little lullaby from this book, and it's in that same old language, and she sounds like she's not very confident in how she's saying it, and she keeps looking at it while moving from button to button, watching that mouth open. She reaches the end of it and she gets frustrated. She starts doing it again, and you're gonna watch her continue to do this over and over again, but it doesn't seem to be working. She's getting more and more frustrated and thinking about what to do next.
Hey, Mizu, can you sing that song to us?
As Mizu stops
Right.
crying, she's gonna go, well, she's not stuck in the same place anymore, but she's stuck again. So, I mean, that's okay,
Hey.
but Henry doesn't look like he's doing well at all, and I got to see more of, like, further into the cave, but nothing that's gonna help us find the outside, I don't think.
What's in the cave?
A fiery pit of hell, basically. It looked like she flew over it, and then there was like a statue that she sang to in that weird like language again, I guess, and that's where she got stuck. She's looking not great, to be honest.
What does the song sound like? What language is it? Maybe we know it.
Mizu will like do a shitty rendition. It probably sounds prettier because she can sing very well, but like a shitty rendition of the words that she heard back.
So I have no doubt in your confidence to reproduce whatever it is, but I'm going to make you roll a check to see if you can accurately get down what this is.
And obviously it's not right because it ain't working.
Give us a performance thing.
But I'm curious to know if we can maybe figuring out the language we can like learn something from.
That was a dirty
Wait.
20.
On
Ooh,
performance?
Mommy, the singer.
Okay, so yeah, you can recite it pretty perfectly.
Does anybody else recognize it?
Seir knows celestial, common, deep speech, druidic, elvish, infernal, primordial. Do any of those take anything?
What do you speak, Erica? Or Mizu?
Abyssal, common, and primordial.
Yeah, no, you guys don't know it.
Does anybody speak anything different than what I said?
I got Sylvan, Elvish, Merfolk, Primordial, Druidic, and Common.
Nope.
I know deep speech. Oh, you already said deep, didn't you?
I did, but maybe you said it better.
Nope.
Okay, well, it's
All
none of
these
those
languages?
languages.
I bet it's Aquan.
Right?
We all know what Aquan sounds like, or at least what shell phone sounds like, or hello. I forgot the magic word now.
Well, I'm
Could
just
it be
gonna
inside
fly
a
up to the
volcano?
jungle and keep looking.
Yeah, it definitely looked like there may have been like a volcano there in the past. It didn't look like it
Maybe-
was the same, but it definitely looked like volcanic, as if I can guess what that is. I've kind of seen it in books before.
Maybe a dormant volcano, like it used to be one. Look for dormant
Mirror starts,
volcanoes.
like kind of looking
big.
around for that, and he like,
Are you
Roughly.
flying up in the air?
yeah.
On the back of our girl.
Flying up from the air, from your vantage point, yeah, you can't see anything that looks like an obvious volcano or even like mountain range.
No abnormal humps on the ground.
No, that hump seems weird.
Well, I mean, if it's just like completely flat and there's like a rando hump out there, I'm gonna go towards the hump.
The land has some dynamic elevation to it, but nothing sticks out as like just odd. Like maybe way off in the distance, you see maybe some rock mountain formations in part of the jungle, and then way to the south, maybe you see rising smokes from the slopes of Screaming Agony volcanoes, but those are so astronomically far away.
I feel like we just got to start doing circles around like this mile radius
Area,
and see what we
yeah.
see.
And that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I can give you a few perception checks during that time while they're conversing on me.
All right, I'll give you 3 perception checks before
Where?
your wild shape of the hour wears off.
I got 4 hours of wild shape.
Okay, I'll give you 4 then. 1 per hour.
Yeah, daddy. The first one was a 22.
Okay.
The second one was a 25. The third one was 17 plus 9.
Enough.
26.
Six.
And then the last one
He said enough.
was a 17.
Okay, so
Got tired in the
I'll
last
take
hour.
each
Yeah.
hour. I'll do an hour per northeast, southwest. To the north, you see a lot of waterfalls, a lot of dynamic places for maybe caves to be in there. That's basically all you see. To the east, as you're examining way off in the distance, there is maybe like a big land drop off. That's the only thing interesting with that perception check. To the south, there is maybe there's like a tribe or something. Looks like some huts way off in the distance. And then to the west, there's way off in the distance a huge tree that goes higher than the jungle that is kind of like tilted a little bit, and there looks like there used to be structures on there that are broken off. Looks maybe a remnants of a war a long time ago.
Yikes.
Right, so I'm like reciting all of my findings to Seer telepathically and telling her about each direction.
It's about
I'm
noon
kind of
now.
a mind to either do tribe or warland.
I would kind of respond, or recite the information to the rest of the party. I don't know. I mean, the chance that it's not in here at all, but also we got to start somewhere. Giant tree seems like wreckage of something old. Maybe it's around the time that the temple was useful. If it's an old
Right.
temple, maybe it's over there. That's the only thing I can think. Old and old. That like matches up on a little bingo board. Thoughts, Mizu?
I
Celia?
mean, sounds good to me.
It's good logic.
All right, to the old tree.
To the
I mean, to the
tree!
Yeah, the tree.
All right,
Giant
you're
tree.
gonna use your second wild shape because that was the end of 4
I'll
hours.
throw a wild shape on and do it this time.
Okay, changing
There
the
we
eagle. As you guys fly out, it's gonna take
Same
you.
ego, different hair color.
Yeah, it's going to take you about 30 minutes to reach that place. So you still got plenty of time for your wild shape. But as you're encircling this huge tree, you start to gather that this looks like there was a castle once built in this gigantic tree every time. I mean, the tree's width is maybe 80, 90 feet. Like, it is a massive tree over everything. Looks like there's some old bridges. Definitely a lot of plant life has grown over this over time. But it looks like nobody lives there, except for maybe you see a couple of pterodactyls nestling in the trees. But you don't see any signs of humanoids living there.
You're gonna watch these pterodactyls pretty thoroughly, best she can, while riding. Just intently. I want to know everything.
As you're flying around, you start to see more and more in the tree. It looks like now these ruins this ruins in this tree, maybe it's kind of been taken over by flying creatures. It's kind of like I don't know what you call it. A giant bird house at this point. So there's a lot of pterodactyls in there.
I've seen Jurassic Park. Says Mira.
Oh, ew. Yaks. Are there any like disturbances of natural things? Like, has anyone's been through any areas recently? Like, or any like, you know, mom with a child? Like, I don't think she's being like super careful. I feel like I don't know. Did anything to like any trails or anything been made? Maybe by anybody, I suppose. It could be her. It's a jungle.
Okay, so you can spend an hour, because right now you're kind of above the canopy. This is a dense like jungle rainforest, so you can kind of go down in the canopy if you'd like and look for like trails and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would try to move closer, as long as I'm avoiding, especially trying to avoid the.
All right, so give me a perception check in this hour as you're going under the canopy to search.
Perceppi's gonna be a 14.
14.
Over
There
5.
are it's very hard to make out within this hour any sort of like trail, but there is kind of a path that leads in between where the land kind of like the butt cheek of the land. Like there's some crevice between these two mountainous areas, and it looks like it goes that way through there.
Okay, I'll follow the cheeks. It seems like a safe route.
As you fly around the corner and get to there, you
like a safe
turn
route.
and immediately see this kind of valley with this opening in the canopy with light shining down, full of triceratops and some smaller dinosaurs drinking around this pond.
just make sure, like, hey ho, just right in between us. Sorry, just passing through here.
Okay, yeah, you fly up immediately out of range.
Looking, I guess I'd also be looking towards, I guess, more stone things. I'm assuming the stone's not going to be in the middle of the forest, so I guess moving towards any mountainous things. You mentioned passing through some butt cheeks, so maybe keeping closer towards. If I gotta choose a cheek, the right one, maybe.
Okay.
To see if there's any like growths or.
All right, kind of goes up into some bigger formations that have like higher tiers. So within this hour, roll me a perception check.
All right, fingers crossed here. Yeah. Ooh, a dirty 20.
It looks like there definitely have been some humanoid sides path made, but there's multiple paths in here as you duck back under that canopy on top of here. And with the dirty 20, they kind of lead to, it looks like a small wooden stick-built tribe out here, but it looks like it was burned down.
So it looks abandoned?
You got a 20 on
Or, like,
that perception
attacked.
check? Yeah. You see maybe something rustle as it like ducks into a door. Maybe someone's down there going into a little burnt building. One with kind of a roof left.
I hate to admit it, but we might need to ask a local for some assistance, and I think there might be a scared local over there in that they're burnt downtown. So maybe they know something.
Let's go.
I love a good scared local. I can talk to him.
Yeah, Mizu loves that.
Ooh, if I had teeth to do this with, my bird would do that, but it can't. And Seer turns and starts to move towards the Crispy Town.
As you get closer to the Crispy Town towards that building, there's kind of a broken down window where kind of the walls fall into, and you see as you sweep around, it's a very dirty brown looking lizard folk who looks very scared. He's got bright yellow eyes that kind of shine in the light that's peeking through that window, and he's got this spear made, and he's just watching you all.
The bird head lands, its head turns inside the window, looks at him, because it's like, I saw him coming in here, and he hears in his head, "Oh, we come in peace."
Mizu's gonna step off of the bird and like approach the window and go, "Hi," and like flash a huge smile and go, "My name is Princess Mizuminu of the Azirian Kingdom. I'm actually here as part of the relief aid for you guys. Are you in need of any assistance?"
He just raises his hands up, "Ha! Ha!" and starts swinging his spear, maybe not understanding common.
Well, he can telepathically understand me if he speaks
I-
the language.
I don't know if he's
you're
in
speaking
need of
telepathically?
assistance.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I have no idea what-
I didn't know you were speaking telepathically.
Well, mine was just the becoming peace was in his head.
Oh, then yeah,
that
he's
whole
still doing
spiel
exactly what he
was
did.
in a blubbery language.
Yeah.
Put down the weapon and we can help.
Mizu's gonna pull a jar out of her bag and she's gonna create water and fill the jar with water and she's gonna extend the cup of water out to him.
He's just going to look at the water and listen in his head, someone magically talking to him. And he's just going to bring his spear down and stare out. And he's just going to start gesturing with his hands.
Mizu's gonna put the glass on the windowsill and go, no pressure. Even though she knows he doesn't understand, and back off and I guess get back on Seer.
Thanks. Ear will speak into Celia's head. I didn't consider the fact that they wouldn't understand the languages we speak, but that also makes sense.
What language does he speak?
Well, you know a
Communication
lot
I have
of,
goes like a half away, so I can't really get him to talk back to me. But I can speak to him.
you know a lot of languages, so just tell me hello in each of the languages, and I'll do my best to pronounce those words correctly.
Mizu touches this lizard folk. I don't even care. I'm gonna go up
going
to
in the
him. Yes, I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna touch him and I'm gonna cast tongues on him.
All right,
And
before
I'm-
you get close enough, he's swinging that spear at you.
Bitch, I'm touching him anyways. I don't care. I'm gonna push past it and touch him.
All right, he rolled a 21, so he's going to stab you in the shoulder as you get close, and that's going to do 6 piercing damage.
Awesome. And as I'm skewered, I'm gonna reach forward and touch him. And cast tongues on him.
Like you goofball. He hears in his head, that was not very nice.
Now that he has tongues casted on him, I'm gonna say again, hello, my name is Mizu Mino of the Azirian Kingdom. I'm part of the relief aid. Would you like some assistance?
It just makes sense this time.
He's just going to like ground, like back up and just start scratching at his skin and look at the building and kind of kick behind him and feel like loose, bored, and just kind of back up to the wall.
I mean, that was kind of rude to like stab me like that. The least you could say is like hello back or like tell me your name.
He's going to kick that board in the wall behind him. It breaks because it's all burnt down. He's going to dip down and immediately go into that board out the wall to the backside and take off.
I fly up with Celia on my back, and I will go.
And Mira's like on land running this lizard down too.
I got an 80-foot move of fly speed, so I feel like I'm a little faster than him. So instead of fly around and like land in front of him, giant bird again. Just
Now we're flanking. Where you
and
running?
I'm getting
now,
hears in his head. Hey, calm down. Stop swinging your pitchfork, and maybe we can talk. Also, try speaking.
Anyone can talk to him now too. He understands anybody.
Oh, he understands all of us?
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll an intimidation check.
Who? Celia?
No, you.
You,
Celia,
bird.
Celia, not my
You.
bird. Not me,
Can I
my
take-
bird.
Can I take a help action and act real meta?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the fact that you guys are all like there surrounding him, yeah, I'll give you advantage.
You know I need it. I gotta. I rolled a 1 and a 3, a +1, so a 4. I'm not very scared, but I am a giant bird talking to you telepathically. What's not scary about that?
You hear in your mind, which is very difficult for this lizard folk to do,
Uh-oh.
says, let me go.
I'm gonna
We need
tackle
help.
him.
Oh, okay, Celia runs in,
I'm a
contested
time up.
athletics check.
Right?
I mean, he sees you coming, he rolled a 19.
Okay.
You grapple him, I'm a time. I'm giving the help action with this one. We're hog time.
Mizu's
Yeah.
loot-
Wait, hold on. After she's running in first to tackle. Let's see if the tackle works.
17.
Okay, he rolled a 19.
Yeah.
You go to jump in and tackle him. He kind of pushes you off and shoves you kind of to the ground and stands up with a spear again as Mira's running up to tie, but just stops. Okay, now continue. That moment happened.
Now I'm gonna try and grapple
Okay,
this fool.
roll an athletics check. He rolled an 8. He's caught off
Ooh,
guard.
he's tired now.
Mama rolled an 18.
Okay, so swoop Celia to the ground, turns and looks good. You tackle him down to the ground and begin hog tying with that rope. What are you doing, Mizu?
Mizu's looting the whole building that he was in. But I'm looking for specifically like books or something like that, or like knowledge about like the surrounding area, like maps or anything like that.
You don't see anything of like paper that could possibly be here, but there's definitely some broken pots and some
No.
maybe tribal headdress on the wall that's burnt to a crisp.
No,
Looks like it was burnt a long time ago and then rained on, and then probably looted and then rained on. Okay, you've got him tied to the ground. He is not fighting back. His eyes are closed, and he looks like he's praying to himself.
Have he said anything to us yet?
I lay down next to him and I start stroking his little lizard head. I'm like, it's okay, buddy. We're not gonna do anything bad. Like, this may seem crazy, but it's
Mira, that's
You
weird.
hear in your head, "Who are you?"
I'm Mira. I come from the sea, and we're trying to locate some stuff. And you look distressed and like you needed help. So here we are, bud.
Wait, sorry. He doesn't have the ability to speak in the head. He's responding to Seer's response in the head.
Oh yeah, so she was speaking out loud to him, and that's what she's trying to figure out. She's like,
Yeah.
she's kind of trying to think that maybe he just like can't talk to us.
Yeah.
'Cause he was using his hand. I feel like he was using his hands first to communicate, and now she's staring at him, because he can't communicate back to me with my telepathy. But then she casts tongues on him, so if he can speak, then he like understands what we're saying. But if he can't speak back to us because he just can't speak back to us, then we can't fix that.
He is
but
able
we're
to respond in Seer's mind, but as you see, he is kind of moving his hands as he's thinking these words. So roll an insight check, Seer.
Can't bear that.
I'm gonna open his mouth.
I was thinking it. Dirty 20.
As Mira's digging her hands into his mouth, you're getting a sense that he's only able to speak back telepathically because he can't speak. He doesn't know how to speak. He uses his hands to speak.
He ain't got no
Yeah,
tongue, does he?
He's got a tongue, he just doesn't know how to use
He
it.
just can't speak.
He flops around. Huh?
He's just like, I mean, at this point, he's like come to terms with the fact he's gonna die to these crazy beasts.
It's okay. We
He's
can
praying.
actually fix this problem. I sit down with him. They're still holding him down. I sit down with him. I hold his hands and I look him in the face, and I will say, "Where are you from?" And after I say that, I will then cast Detect Thoughts, and I will just understand him psychically.
You'll
versus
get a
having to have
psychic
him
basic
speak to me.
understanding that there are tribes in the jungle and that he doesn't belong to a tribe, that he is a wanderer and gatherer and hunter alone.
Do you know? Have you seen anyone recently? A lady and child, perhaps?
He just shakes his head no.
Damn. All right. He's a wanderer. He doesn't really have a tribe, and also he hasn't seen Mama Henry, so I guess it's a complete for us. Oh wait.
Does he wander any caves or shit that are around?
Hey, I guess he can hear her. I'm listening into his brain.
Yeah. Mira's still talking about him in
give me
third
the description of Detect Thoughts,
Yeah.
because I think can you roll to go deeper or something like that, or a Constitution saving throw or something?
Yeah, he
I could roll to
can.
go deeper, but if I'm just trying to see. I don't think I'm trying to push into his brain. I'm just trying to like bridge the communication gap since he like can't speak to us. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I think it says that you get like all of his surface level thoughts that are like immediate.
Right.
Yeah. Those are free. Like then I can like get
Yeah.
like emotional reasoning and
Gotcha.
hold on.
Okay, so what did you ask, Mira?
Oh, have you been wandering any caves recently, Mr. Wandering Lizard?
No.
We're looking for a moss-covered cave. Is there a moss-covered cave around?
You see there's a big culture shock as he's like, you know, just the way you speak is built on language too, so your train of thought, he's kind of taking slow to process that.
I have time.
But he just says no.
Okay.
Any abandoned ruins in the jungle? that you know of or have heard of?
He just kind of uses his tied up hand and finger to point towards where you just were.
Fuck.
Wait, at the age point at Veilcast?
No, at...
The
Oh,
chair.
yeah, at Veilcast.
Oh. Do you not like... Oh, this is the lizard folk too, isn't it? Do you not like Veilcast? Okay. Ooh. Does Veilcast not like you? Ooh, okay.
Oh, so jungle and city don't get along.
Perhaps. He also isn't part of a tribe, so maybe it's because he's a loner, but also it seemed, I don't know, a little personal. Are you from this town, or are you just squatting? No, you're not from here. Okay. Ooh. Well, I mean, I don't think he knows
compadres, no friends, no
he's
one.
Really, he's really sad. No, stop mentioning that. He can't. He hasn't. Stop it.
Mizu,
hang out with
Salt
us.
in the wound.
Mizu starts to walk up and rejoin them. At this point, she's got the cup of water in her hand that she made for him, and seeing him tied up on the ground, she's gonna walk over to him and she's gonna dump it on his head and go, "Should have taken it?" And then put the glass back in her purse, and then go and like stand next to the rest of them.
We're being so nice to him.
I mean, now that I know he's
What are his
useless,
What are his thoughts on that? I'm just gonna get those stream of consciousness into my brain as this weird fish girl pours water on him.
His
What's he thinking about it?
consciousness is weird fucking humanoids who I've never seen their kind before are pouring shit on my head and making noises at me, but nobody seems to be killing me yet. I don't know what kind of fucking beast these are.
Oh yeah, and none of us have asked you your name. What's your name, Mr. Psychic No Talker?
He'll just respond with his two hands by doing this.
Oh.
Oh my god! Do you know? And then I'm gonna draw the symbol of the lizard folk, who we got from Veilcast, which is the X with the equal sign through it. I was like, how do you like say this name? And maybe it's like a hand sign, but she's gonna draw it on the ground. And I'm like, huh. Do you know what this symbol, person?
You see a tiny little tear goes down his cheek.
You made him cry.
And nods yes, and kind of sniffles it up.
We're looking for him. Them. We're not. Are they not
Are they
with
dead?
us any longer?
He doesn't understand.
Dead.
Dead?
Bruntaro, dead.
He
We're
just kind
missing.
of indicates far away.
He's far away. Like, say he's in Veilcast. Okay, I mean, maybe he's dead. Is he in Veilcast?
In your mind, you hear Gorgolon.
She says it out loud. Gorgolon. Anyone know what Gorgolon? That's a weird word. Gorgolon. Anyone know what that
It
means?
sounds fishy.
I
It
don't
could
know.
be
It does sound
could be one of
fishy.
our friends. Yeah.
Gorgolon.
Water friend.
Gorgolon. I feel like it's like a animal. Gorgolon. It's given animal. Maybe a berry. Gorgolon. I don't know. I feel like I can just feel it in my Gorgolon. You know.
Yeah, like
no, I feel it. I feel it too.
Gargling.
Words have like meaning to them. You know,
Gorgolon.
you say home and it feels like home. Like Gorgolon. It's like what does that feel like to you? Like if you just didn't know the word, you had to guess. Like
Like ripe berries.
Yeah. Something you do after brushing your
Right.
teeth.
berries or like a beast of some sort. Like oh look, there's a big old Gorgolon, or like oh some sweet Gorgolons.
Mm.
I feel like I can
Either
work
way,
it
I'm
out.
happy.
But anyway, Gorgon. Do our Mad Lib game about Gorgolon stir anything inside of him?
No, but
Is it a berry?
it's so damn entertaining, though.
Is it a
He's
berry?
just
Is it a beast?
listening and watching, and just you hear in your mind, tribe.
Okay, people.
Are we his tribe now?
No, Gorgolon. I think Gorgolon is the tribe. Maybe it's like a group of people. Okay. He's with the Gorgolons.
Gorgolon
Where are the Gorgolons? The Gorgolonians.
He just does like mimes, like
They were eaten.
Or do you want to eat? Or do you want to eat?
Are you hungry? Are
Want
they
some
eating?
food? We'll give you some food.
Bite. Bite Gorgolons. Gorgolons bite. Gorgolons are chewy. You eat Gorgolons.
Why would you do that?
Maybe they're trying to survive. I don't know. Maybe that's why Gorgolons are hiding, because he eats them.
So
All you
Gorgolons
hear
don't
in
like
your head, Seer, is far away. Eat, go.
They eat and then they go far away. And also, he's not part of the Gorgolons because he did mention he's tribeless. So maybe he like can't join a tribe. Can you join the Gorgolons, or you just like can't join any tribe at all? Are you just like tribeless?
Maybe he's saying there's something that you need to eat to get to them.
Maybe he's in silverware. Could be in
Is it like a
silverware.
hallucination?
I mean,
Like
we do
food
know
far
about
away.
like, the food folk people. Those are kind of like nearby-ish, right? Maybe those fuckers have something to do with something else again.
Berry.
Ooh, he said berry. Berry.
I
I
knew it was
mentioned
very delicious.
Gorgolon
Who's berry?
tribe far away. Berry. Okay, maybe they eat a berry to go far away. Okay, Mizu, you're on something.
Oh,
you agree.
yeah.
Ooh.
That's a first.
Berry Veilcast.
Oh,
No,
they're
I think he
very-
just wants us to fucking
very
kill all
different.
this guy's useless. He just wants us to kill all those fuckers that he doesn't like.
I mean, we don't have to kill him, but we won't kill him because we're making demands here, not him. I look
we're
at that
your
man.
friends
Just so you
now.
know, we're making
You know where
demands
we
here,
get-
not you.
Where do we get these berries?
Seer just hears in her mind Veilcast.
Oh, you're muted.
Seer just hears in her mind Veilcast.
Oh, they're in Velcast.
Maybe there's berries in Veilcast that can get you to the Gorgolons. But also, like, okay, we don't actually need the
Weird.
Gorgolons. That was a fun game to play, but we don't know what Gorgolons have to do with any of this besides him. We could... No.
At this point,
Who's from
Mira's
the-
also gonna untie him because if you don't get the hint that we're not hostile creatures by now, come the fuck on. Like,
We did dump water on his head, so that was kind of hostile.
well, that's just Mizu. That's how she is.
But as you're saying,
He's
out
just
loud.
kind of
He fucking
relaxed.
stabbed me.
he did stab her.
He did.
Yeah,
He
it
did
happened.
stab her.
He's gonna relax. I mean, still look at you all, kind of like sit back against the base of a tree, and just kind
Get
of
comfortable.
sit in this moment. And you'll look at Seer, and in your mind, Seer, you hear Gorglon, Berry, Veilcast.
Gorglon Berry Veilcast. Okay?
The same
Okay?
shit.
Says that. Also, I was just thinking that Vafiel's here and I forgot.
Profound, truly.
I was like, hey, hey Vafiel. Mr. Wizard Daddy.
Yeah, he's just been watching the whole time. Like, I'm getting hot in this fucking robe.
I'm kind of like, you know, we were all ambitious. We were like, let's go. We had the dream. We were like, let's go stop Mom from getting in that cave and touching the book. And we got here, and then we realized suddenly that we don't know where Mom is, or that cave, or that book.
Correct.
And it's maybe a little harder than we thought. We were running on a high.
This
I feel like
We
it was
were.
like
jungle
that Act
looks
3 high.
very
Some might say.
large. So I, after so far hours, I don't know if we're gonna be able to find it without some sort of intel. And I don't know where we're gonna get intel other than where people are. And so far, it looks like no one's really been helpful outside of Veilcast. I mean, there are tons of people there, but I understand looking for it. So whatever you all want to do.
I mean, there are other people we can ask besides, you know, people. There are, you know, it's a forest of opportunity. There's so much information here, but I also just don't know what I would ask. It's like because I don't know what we're like exactly looking for, so I feel like it's hard to describe an image you don't know to someone else to be like, you seen it before?
Right. Well, not to mention that image was in the dream plane. How can we account for everything being accurate if it's someone's dead dream?
But we're not looking for negativity right now. We're looking for positive affirmations.
Sure.
We are looking
Optimism.
for can-do attitudes. We're trying to save the world here.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Oh my god, thank you. That is nice. We did save the sea. It is still brined, but like no more brined than it was. You know, you can't get brined anymore. So that's good.
Well, do we go back to Velcast?
We got a weird suspicion
We
that
can
they're
go hang out in the
weird.
sewers and find your
Yeah, they don't-
sister. She might be there.
Oh, dumpster diving is cute in like the heat of the moment, but now that I've cooled down, sewers.
Hindsight, it's always pleasant.
They're probably hiding somewhere else, and like I don't want to like. It'd be like trudging through the forest looking for a cave, trudging through the sewers looking for an axolotl. Come on, that's crazy. We got to brainstorm here.
Roll an insight check, everybody.
All right, everyone roll.
And tell me
20.
what you're trying to insight about. Because we're going to take a moment to just sit and think while Vafiel passes out some rations.
Oh, nice. Okay. Dope. You got a 23.
Okay, we'll do you first, Mira. Mira, what are you trying to get some insight about? Taking the time.
Well, when I was like up flying around earlier and like all the talk about these like delicious berries, like do I recall a location where I would have been like, oh, that's like market and where I can get berries at in Belcast?
On the market side, you definitely saw stands of fruits and stuff. You don't necessarily know what this berry looks like, but if they're berries, there's a good chance they could be there.
Then yeah, I just want to go back to the market and look for shit.
Okay, who
And
else?
talk to market people. This is now my thought.
I rolled an 18, and I want to see, I guess, if there's anything that I could have possibly, like, missed, or, like, a minute detail that Mizu would have missed when she was scrying either time that could help at all.
Scrying on your mother and Henry. And you rolled a what?
18.
Okay, so you essentially looked for 20 minutes, 2 increments of 10, right? As you were hyperfixating on your mom reading out this lullaby not seeming to work, you do remember that Henry said something, and he said it kind of weird, but now as you're thinking about it, it's almost as if he said, maybe Arista was wrong. But at the time, it just sounded like, maybe... But the more you think about it, more maybe it was wrong. Maybe Arista was wrong. All right, who's next?
He says lots of things. Andrew, wanna go? I'm just
Yeah.
so
I rolled a 17. Why was this village burned? And like, is there connection to that and like that big smoke?
Investigation kind of check, but
Oh, excuse me.
I'll give you some insight with the 17. You can definitely tell this was burned a long time ago. This seems like in an area that's very close to Veilcast, so you can almost assume that if this lizard folk is correct in his vibe that lizard folk and halflings, humans aren't really getting along, maybe this was just too close to Veilcast to survive the onslaught of their power. Seer?
Michael.
Seer was like trying to like tap into her inner druid, and she's trying to think like who would be the best source of information. She knows she can like talk to plants, she knows she can like ask animals, but she like I think she's like really racking on like because there's so many options. She's like there's more than usual. Like how do I narrow it down? I wrote an 18, but she's trying to think of like what would be the best. I think like who she thinks would be the best to get her to where she's going. I think it's just, that's what she's at. She's like trying to just think. She's like, am I missing
What'd you
something?
roll?
Like 18.
Okay, so you're asking for a GM help here. You're like, Scott,
Oh, you know what? Hey, I also have a GM inspiration. I'll throw on there to bump it up.
Fire.
I'm so soaked in nature for the first time, and I'm like, she's like, where is
Okay.
my? Where are we going?
I'll knock that over at 20 then, and so searching in the jungle feels like it's going to take forever when you're a race to get to it before your mom does, who's already there. You really have no idea of where this thing could be. This could be a cave. You also know that Kerfunzel's father went to hide this away, so he's probably going to hide it in somewhere that a lot of people don't know about. So probably a lot of people don't know about this cave. So asking any sort of humanoid's probably going to not bear a lot of fruit. You also know really only civilized people right now that you can find are in Veilcast to talk to, and perhaps someone knows something about it there. And also, you suspect your sister Arista is there, and she sneaks and gets all sorts of information, so she might know something.
So is my summation finding Arista is the best bet? Which might honestly be easier than finding.
I'd say
because she has a lot of
your
information.
best bets are speaking to someone who might know about caves and temples in the jungle, and then Arista, who might have stole their shit that tells you where this is.
I look at. Oh, does anyone else have to do an insight? Or was that the last one?
That was the last one.
That was the last one.
I look at Mizu. Hey,
I'm on it.
if you can look for.
I'm gonna cast scrying on Arista.
I was waiting for it. I was like, you have the power.
I know, literally, as soon as Seer said me, I said, I'm on it.
Okay, immediately your vision goes into the sewer system. You see 3 axolotls sitting there. You see Arista is sitting there eating some snacks, and she's looking over at 2 of those 3 axolotl folks she left Eudothea with. You're gonna hear one of them who's like, telling you we never should have gone in there. If we hadn't have gone in there, Charm would still be alive. And Arista's like, well, maybe we shouldn't think about that right now, okay? Charm was very strong, but we didn't expect them to be strong, okay? There's magic everywhere. We'll find a way to get them back. And then Fizz looks back at her and is just like, I don't know, Arista. Now that Lamori is gone, what do we do? I mean, I don't feel safe here. And she goes, well, I recently lost my sister, so I understand your pain. But maybe Mom is onto something. Maybe we should get there before her. And he's like, I don't know. I mean, there's no way we're getting that statue out of the library. And I know, but I'm telling you, it doesn't feel right when she talked to me. I think something's up with the order. Maybe we should find a way to scry on our sisters. And he goes, I mean, that's risky. This place is full of thieves. She's like, I know. But my sisters might know something. So if we can steal the scrying scroll, and then we can see them, we can see where they are, and then maybe we can get more information about Mom. I mean, she can't get too far. I gave her fake information. Fizz is like, yeah, that was pretty smart. By the way, thank you. Glad you got my necklace back. Yeah, try not to drop it next time when we're stealing things so then other lizard folks steal it, okay? Well, we got pretty lucky at the same time. I mean, they executed them, got the necklace off of them. I know, but I had to use a lot of magic to distract those people. Scrying over.
Yeah, they're in the library in Velcast, according to Arista, and Arista gave Mom fake shit, and that's why Mom's fucking up and stuck. So go Arista, but also she was kind of saying some shady shit, like she might be a little more involved than we might have thought.
Well, Arista always knows a lot more than she should, so I guess we should go find her. So I guess we are going into the sewers, huh?
Sick.
Road trip.
All right, who's wild shaping? Are you still wild shaped?
Yeah, if it hasn't been 4 hours since
That's
I know it
not-
took an hour to get here, then yeah, I will use whatever I have to start heading.
The bird
Okay,
busts out of the
back.
canopy as you take off, and that's where we're going to go to a bathroom break. All right, we'll see everybody
Anytime.
in just a moment. Don't go away. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Adventures of Silvernell. Princess's Power Campaign 2. We're back in it. What just happened? What you missed? As we went through the jungle looking for this cave. Not able to find it over a course of some hours. But now we're flying back into Veilcast to go find Arista. So you're swooping back in. Are you going back to that same sewer entrance?
Yeah, go with what we know. We saw them go into it, so I guess at least we know where that sewer entrance is. I don't know if we know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can swoop down. A few more people are kind of in this alleyway now, so there are some people that as you kind of walk in are just going to give you some looks up and down, but Mizu can tell you she knows those looks and their admiration of style.
And I'd say Mizu would definitely be giving them some looks back, probably being like the most impressed so far by other places, you know, of their attire.
this woman in bright yellow with these like purple earrings that split off into a blue with this like green hair that goes into swirls. She kind of nuzzles up beside you, very cheeky, and she goes, "I absolutely love your face paint. How do you get it that consistent all the way around your neck?"
No. Well, I actually have my own formula that I use of crushing different sands together. It makes for a texture that lasts all day. It's actually waterproof, too.
Wow. You must give me your secret. What is it called?
Mizu's sand. I just made that up just now because nobody's ever asked before, but you can call it Mizu sand here. And she's gonna get like a quill and a little piece of parchment out, and she's gonna write down in common like how she makes like the makeup that she uses, and hands it to her and go, "Here you go."
Thank you.
See, this sand's only found in the deep sea. It's like, ew.
Yeah, it would
Exotic.
definitely be like all stuff that they would probably not have access to at all. You know, it would be like all like water like related things.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. What's your name? My name is Sarah.
Princess Mizumino of the Azirian Kingdom.
Mizu's coming into a hole.
Yeah, everyone's
I
kind of
see
going
that.
in that hole. Wonderful. Well, Princess, very peculiar. I'll see you around, and I will take your advice. Thank you. I'll see you in the marketplace.
Mizu's gonna give her a smile and a nod, and before that lady turns to walk away, she's gonna activate the shoes that she got in Wimding City and change them from the blue that was matching her dress to the exact shade of yellow that is matching the other lady's dress.
Nice.
Fierce.
Gotta flex on him real quick. And then Mizu's gonna kind of be like in her head, like, "Ah, yes, bitch, finally, the moment you deserved." And then she'll turn around and see that nobody's fucking there anymore. And she's gonna look around a little bit and kind of like peer down into the gutter and scoff, or into the sewer and scoff. And her jaw is gonna start to slowly open, and Voskar's gonna crawl out of her mouth.
Just can't leave her alone, can we?
No.
Well, here we are. Failcast.
Carry me.
Huh?
In the sewer. They all went down the sewer. I'm not walking in there. Carry me.
You don't talk to me for days, and the first thing you say is carry me into the sewer?
Yeah, you can start making up what you owe me from right now. We'll consider it a pretty big step up.
Well, I have news for you, Princess. While I've been away, I've been doing a little research of my own. And I've been going into the dream plane. Yes.
Yeah? Can you tell me more about it as you're carrying me down? Because they're probably like pretty far down there now. We're gonna get left behind.
Yes. Wait for the important part, and then I'll probably still take you down. But listen, now that you've released me, I don't have to go back. Roommate.
What do you mean you don't have to go back?
Well, your powers have gotten quite sufficient, and Brumtoro senses that we're close to the book. So, since you are powerful enough, I can stay here.
Cool. So that means you'll be able to carry me through the sewer if it lasts more than a couple hours, then, right?
He's just gonna pick you up.
You're not really getting the importance of this. I don't have to leave.
And he's just gonna jump down. As you guys go around the corner. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm excited for that too. That's good. I mean, especially for me right now. I mean, I'm kind of like an in the moment girl. You've realized that about me, but it's really beneficial for me right now. But it's good to see you, I guess. Or
It's also
whatever.
beneficial for me, too, because let's say we have another tiff, you know? We don't have to stay together. We could go our separate ways. I'll take my magic and get the book myself, so don't betray me now.
Okay, have fun.
Okay, well, we still have some sewer, so...
Mizu definitely doesn't speak to him anymore as they're walking
Now the
in.
awkward sewer.
They walk up to you guys in this sewer with this like greenish river with these like that white stone that's now got like shit moss growing on the ceilings at this point. It's very murky and smells terrible.
Mizu's,
It's a
hey
vibe.
guys! I love it here. We should totally move here if we like can't make it back to sea.
We look back and see that Mizu's being carried by a demon. Okay. Oh, your friend. Oh, he's here. Okay, great. You brought.
Hey guys!
Hey. Hi, Oscar.
Hey.
Oh yeah, he's like here forever now or something. He was talking about that. Not super important right now, but probably important later. That
I'm sorry. He's what? Like
he
you popped him out permanently?
yeah, more or less. At least that's what he's telling me.
Gross.
We'll get to the bottom of that later.
Okay. Later, I guess. Seer is gonna cast guidance on herself and then thaumaturgy to make her voice boom, and she's gonna kind of like sing songy down the sewer. Rissy. Woo 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 woo.
Rissy. You hear like a dink, and you like all look up, and nothing's there, except you see Arista doing this, like on the ceiling, holding on between two bars, and just drops down right in front of you and ends her invisibility.
Damn it! I was gonna say it first.
And hugs your leg.
I told you we see you again. I give her a hug.
How did you even get here? And just gonna run right up to Mizu and jump on her.
It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh, I've missed you so much. And you'll actually see Mizu starts to cry a little bit.
The same with Arista. She just kind of looks at all of you and is just like in disbelief. How did you get here?
We came with Celia's dad, who's actually our mom's ex, and we are tracking Arazaline down because we think she's up to some shady shit. So we came here because we saw her in a weird dream last night. Boom! I'm getting better at this.
Oh, okay. That's a relief. I think I know some information that can... Oh, Fizz! Harry! Plop, plop. Lizard folks drop... Or axolotl folk drop down from the ceiling, takes their hoods off. Oh, what's up, guys? I remember
Good to see
you
you
from
again.
Eudothia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That is
didn't
last
steal
we met.
anything from my house.
Yeah!
Better question, how'd you get here? How'd you all get here?
Arista tells you that they quickly made a deal with a seller in Eudothia, stole him some items, and in return he teleported them to one of his trading spots, which is in Veilcast. So they got into Veilcast that day.
We met
Smart.
that guy.
No, he's not a cool guy.
I think we know that dude as well.
You see Harry walks up and is like, yeah, unfortunately, we lost Charm. Yeah,
Oh,
we lost Charm.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, Mizu can scry, so we can find them for you if you want.
No, Celia, they mean he died. He got killed while we were trying to get out of a library.
What kind of libraries do they have here?
Right?
The Centrum Library. It's private, only for the family of the Quins, high-ranking officials. It has the best stuff.
And you were breaking out of there. Why exactly?
Well, we originally broke in because we wanted to learn things like...
She just kind of looks down. Fizz goes, hey, the fall of Lemuria. The whole place is kaput. Gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know what. Oh, what Lemuria? That's the words that that guy said when we were in the thing. What is that?
Lemuria was a large part of the world that was unexplored for a long time. But from the secret records we found, it seemed they released a powerful monster called a Gaia.
Nope.
Tore the whole thing up from the inside out.
That's what happens when you misuse power, I guess. So when did your friend die again? Not to harp. Just curious.
Oh, a couple of days ago when Mom contacted me. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you talked to Mom recently. What did she want?
Well, it was a couple of days ago, and I guess she had been scrying on me, 'cause she called me and told me she missed me and noticed I wasn't with you guys anymore.
That was
She
a
didn't
bitch.
really seem interested in my story. She just wanted to know where I was, so I told her. And then she was asking me to find information on some cave temples. So I did some research, and I found out there are these things called the old Peacelia temples.
Oh.
They were made a
And
long time ago.
Do you know which one she was interested in?
Oh yeah, I know everything. She's looking for the death book. I surmise so. She's probably looking in this old Peacelia temple that really nobody can see from the outside. And I found an old book that has, incantations and rune sequences. So I gave it to her, and I only gave it to her because she made me a member of the Order of the Tides. But
Can't tell us that.
I knew that was probably not real. Seeing how she never really told me anything before, it just seemed like she was doing it to manipulate me. So,
Yeah, she's getting real desperate.
so I gave her false information and kept the information for myself. Oh, and she can't break in because you need a key. And the key is a 12-foot long statue that's in the center of the library. So,
Oh.
Interesting.
now here's my question. What happened to the order?
I guess it's still the same boring old order it was, doing literally nothing but wasting its time. I left. They tried to recruit Celia as well. But we also left. And also, the person who was what's his name? Jesus, the guy who was from Eudothia, who was on.
Oh, your shithead friend that like.
Yeah, he's also gone. So we lost a bunch of members. Also, Vafiel quit. Honestly, who's on the order now? I think it's just Mom and like that snake girl. You now. Honestly, you would know better. Who's in the order? Who's running that thing now? Since 3 of the people, like the biggies, left.
Vafiel tells you that, he hasn't really had a moment to clarify things, but
Both hands.
Arizaline kind of left with a bang, and the order is no more. I took the last piece of information that was from the order, so it's really decimated, which does not leave us looking good in the eyes of the Wanties and the Shark folk. But,
Well, the shark folk worship us, and the Yanti are they're new, so I guess it's fine.
Hopefully
That's
they didn't
crazy.
know about it anyways. So, I mean, that was the thing, right?
Just that one girl.
oh, I wouldn't even worry about it, Celia. It's like this little secret they kept for a long time, but obviously it wasn't very good because it fell apart.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Also, why do it in secret? If you're going to save the world, you should let people know you're saving the world. Otherwise, it seems kind of
Exactly.
suspicious.
Also, why is Mom so adamant about getting the death book?
So Mom is. Oh wait, I pulled
'cause
out
she hates
the
me.
4. I pulled out the 4 crystals, and I'm like, you should watch this information. But also, she thinks Mom hates her, and we think that Mom may be trying to use the death book to kill Russ Quinn to inadvertently bring back Olivine.
Okay, so after a good 15-20 minutes, she takes in the videos of those crystals. She takes in all this information. Okay, this all makes perfect sense. So, Mom is cursed to go kill Russ Quinn to release Olivine, and then kill Olivine to fix the ocean.
We already fixed the ocean.
Right, that's theoretically a thing, but some things just don't make sense because Dad had the book already. When Mom knew she had to kill Russ Quinn to free Olivine, why didn't she do it then? Why'd she wait 30 some odd years before doing all this now? Why send us to land to get out of the way, but then inadvertently in the way? Because she knows who we are.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she has some weird reasoning to save the world, but I don't think releasing Olivine is a good idea. And
No.
also, Mizo and I are the only ones that are really home, and Mom is very adamant about power. It's always about listening to what she has to say. So,
I mean,
probably just the lure of power?
I don't know. You've been to the party. You've seen us try to get things done. It can be really annoying with a bunch of hard-headed princesses running
True.
around. So I do give them that. But it's just weird. Also, I will kill her if I need to. But also, I'm just like, what am I missing? It's interesting.
You'll kill our mother?
Oh, I plan to actually protect the world from problems, not say I'm doing that and then release Olivine, the world's biggest problem. So if that's her intention, she can't let that happen, and I know she's not going to go down without a fight. So, yes, I would kill our mother. I can bring her back, but also I would kill her if need be.
I know we were talking about whether or not Mizu should get the death book, but now I'm starting to think she's a better option.
Oh, then who?
Mother?
Oh,
Yeah, because if Mizu gets it, then she can just write your mom's name in it.
Right. And
or no one can
It's
use
just
the
smart.
book at all.
I'm gonna turn it. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
We're going for
Or,
that option
I mean,
of
I
no
can
one using the book.
I can exact my perfect vengeance that I've been dreaming of as a child on every single person who has ever done me wrong in any way. But I mean,
That's a long list for a lot of like faulty reasons. So more reason to not give Mizu the book. I feel like she's proving her case here, Rissy. Like that's not a person to give.
I
up
don't
on
know.
weapons.
I'm gonna go ahead and second the whole Mizu gets the death book thing.
You don't get a vote here, Voskar. You're just present. Thank you.
Yeah, and besides, I already seconded Voskar. Step out.
Okay, thirds.
Yaks.
Well, it's good to see you again.
It is good to see you, even if under strange circumstances, which we should expect at this point.
I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm not sorry that I left, because I really needed to figure out where I was from, but I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'm sorry if anyone was upset.
Sometimes you gotta have a little separation for growth.
and I'm sorry you didn't get a better outcome to what you wanted in the first place, realizing that where you're from doesn't even exist anymore.
Which is also crazy.
Also, I think I realized the whole time I was looking for family, and I already had it. And I missed my family.
Also, speaking of family, we did stop the brine. The sea is technically
Oh!
no more dangerous than it was before.
Yeah.
It's neutral right now. So that's good.
Neutral
we did
brine.
that. We did do that. So that's good. Just to clear up some things, the Peacelia temple you sent Mom to, where is that the right one, or is like?
Oh yeah, I know exactly where it's at.
Oh nope, you're muted.
I know exactly where it's at.
Oh, we would love. Okay, so we would love your help with that. But you mentioned we need to get a statue first
Yeah,
from.
we're not getting in there unless we get the key, which is the statue, which is 12 foot
Yeah.
tall and very heavy.
Do we know any giants?
We steal a statue.
No.
What if we make the statue smaller?
That could work.
That could work.
Hmm.
But I do know that it's going to be on high alert because we got caught in there and that's how we lost charm. So it's probably going to be tricky to get inside, even for me.
That was a really good joke, and I was like, "What's happened?" Sneezing.
Sorry.
Speaking of charm, is his body still in there, or did he make it out, or like, is there any? There's no pieces, no parts of him.
They
Okay.
took him.
Yikes. Okay. Sneaking in would be difficult, but I think we could maybe do it. You know, it could take some extra.
I mean, I can tell you everything I know about the inside, but the worst part is, it's an oval shape. It's got 2 floors, and the second floor perfectly overlooks the first floor, and the statue is right in the middle, and it's going to be packed with guards. So even being invisible, they're going to notice a giant statue just disappearing.
Don't you think we could tell the guards that, their leader's life is in danger and we know how to stop it, but that we're gonna need the statue?
Mizu, Veilcast is run by some really evil people. And
Yeah, smell it.
outsiders don't really have a say here at all, especially if you don't look like a human or a halfling.
Okay. Well, so what caught you up? If you the thief that you are, couldn't get it, how'd they catch you? Maybe we can build from there.
Well, I didn't expect them to have a good alert system, so they couldn't catch me inside, but by the time I was escaping, they had already alerted a swarm of very intelligent guards that range from brute force to you can't even see them coming. Some magical. The Quinns really did a number with their workforce. Did you know that every family has to send someone to fight for a certain amount of time, no matter who you are? The strongest. It's crazy. What are they even
That's weird.
fighting?
Seems like it makes sense. Okay.
Well, we know that the lizard folk don't like it here. We
don't
just
seem like
get a
they'll
bunch of
cast
those
all.
guys to help us out.
Oh yeah, the lizard folk is a sore topic around here right now.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, recently they had this terrifying, terrible, immoral game called the Lizard Games, where they got a bunch of lizard folk representatives from each tribe that they've segregated into groups themselves, and then made them fight, and the winner could just live here. But then something happened at the end of the game, and nobody knows who won. We do know they escaped.
Here's a lot of drama here. Okay. I'm just trying to think of ways to like up your sneak game so that we can get you like that statue. Because obviously we need the statue.
If we
Maybe
can
it's
find a
a-
way to get the statue able to be transported, I can get in and get it out.
I mean, I know a spell that makes things smaller, about half the size. There's a chance that I could teach it to Mira, and then she could copy the spell, and then like we could like make it from 12 to 3 feet, and that'd be good. However, you're also still 3 feet tall. I don't know if you can you just like carry a 3 foot tall?
Will it
Okay.
work on things that aren't living?
You know, these are good questions you're asking here. Let's
I
let me
believe
think
the
on that.
Reduce does.
I sit in ponderation as I type this into my phone.
I think that spell says a creature. I might be wrong, but I think it says creature.
A creature or object.
Or
There we
object. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It would automatically fail. So you could do it. You could make it 3 feet. She says maybe if we got a bag of holding for it to go in.
Don't you have a bag of holding?
She pulls it out. Yeah. Okay, great plan. So I just
All
gotta
right.
get in. You gotta get in. We gotta shrink it, not be seen, and get out with it.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
building parts of the plan here. Okay, so shrinking it down, good. Getting in, we could probably do that a little easy because we can like turn into something small and then hit. Okay, so casting it, getting in, good. You can be invisible. We can't do that. That might be a problem. There would be a point where we need to like be ourselves to get the spell off. We need a distraction. Mizu. Is
Hi.
Arista, do you think there's somewhere we can put Mizu and maybe even Celia to like cause like some sort of like distraction to get the guards' attention, or like is there something like outside of the library or something?
I don't know about the outside, because the guards inside will probably stay inside. We have to make a distraction inside to get all the eyes away from the statue, with enough time that they don't see it's missing before they react. We just need enough time before it goes missing to getting out. I just need 12 seconds.
I mean, I could always summon some distractions.
I mean,
no,
I
you're
could,
busy.
I
You're
could
on-
flirt
you're
with
on
the
reduced.
guards. I feel like if I flirt with the guards well enough, maybe if I'm just like asking to like take a peek inside, I look humanoid enough. I mean, the people outside didn't seem to have a problem with me. I'm sure I can flirt with them and
I feel
Get
when
their
you go
attention
in
turned.
at the librarian's desk, that wouldn't be a big enough distraction for the guards to care. You would need to get into the library to create a distraction. That would be interesting because you're not supposed to be there. So you'd have to find a way to convince them that you're a high-ranking official to get past the librarian. And then once you're in, make a distraction.
a high-ranking official really isn't my forte. But I
You're
guess
a
I can
princess.
try.
What do you mean?
mean-
Arista's gonna walk up to you and put her hands on your hips and just look up and be like, Mizu, this might be the performance of a lifetime. This could save the world.
I guess I'll try my best.
I know you can do it. I'm the only sister who's lived with you the longest. That sentence makes sense. And I know you. And I know what you're really good at is spewing bullshit. You have
the best bullshit. I've seen in Coraline's jewelry store how you bullshitted that you owned the store, and somehow it worked. I couldn't believe you had the title until Dad made you give it back.
Yeah. I mean, at least I got all the jewelry inside, too, before you made me give the title back.
Mm-hmm. I believe in you.
Well, you know, I do feel a little bit more confident now. Thanks, Rissy.
And maybe we could get official documents. I've been watching this certain official, I don't know what his name is, but I see his little documents. Walk back and forth. Maybe we just kill him and take it. Maybe that's what you can do, Celia. Just beat the crap out of him.
I can beat that. I'm not gonna just kill a guy to kill a guy, though.
No, but he's a
You don't
bad
have to
guy.
kill him.
If I see him do something really bad, then I'll maybe kill him then.
You remember the village we were at? He did that to those people.
Do know that
He
for sure.
murdered them.
Fizz says, what if, per se, I was to walk up and say, excuse me, I'm walking here, and then he was to look at me and say something rude, and I give his little leg a nudge like, sir, don't you do that, and then he hits me, and I go, ow. Is that bad?
Is it genuine? Is your reaction genuine in this moment?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna have to definitely persuade me in this.
Oh, no, you'll be able to see he looks completely mad. Trust me. Harry, get ready with that charm spell.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just try to forget that this conversation happened at all, and we'll go forward with that.
What conversation?
The one that we were just
The
talking
nervous.
about.
So I will need to just take a bit of a we can do this plan, like we're prepping for a plan to do. Do you think that your distractions will hold Mom for a long time, or like do you think we are
Well,
in a rush?
she probably can't even get into the caves because I gave her the wrong rune sequence.
But she's at the right place.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so a matter of time.
It's not necessarily going to put like Henry in danger, not knowing the right rune sequences.
Just
Huh?
Right.
Why is it gonna bother Henry?
because Henry's with her.
When I was scrying on Mom and Henry looked like he was on death's door, to be honest.
Why?
Henry hasn't
does she
slept in a
have
while.
Henry.
We
Talk through dreams. Or
Yeah, Henry's a dream
goes
walker.
through dreams.
and we met Mr. Pickle, and we think that Mom is using Henry to get information from dreams so that she can find I guess this book. Well, we know she's looking for the book.
Okay, I'm on the Mizu side. She needs to be stopped. And by all force. She's up to something.
Well, we know she's up to something. We just don't know what the something is.
Right.
But I would need time before I know of the spell Enlarge Reduce. I don't have it currently, so I would need time. So I'm just curious if I have enough time to do that. Because we can rob the library tomorrow, but do we have time that way? Like she's just stuck. So like,
Well, then we should probably do it ASAP.
all right,
How long
all
does
right.
it take for you to learn this magic thing?
I look at Mira. It might take a while to a couple hours or 8 to
Okay, GM speaking. What do you need?
a long rest.
Yeah, in order to switch a spell over.
To change spells, a long rest. But I did.
All right,
just like,
Arista will tell you yes.
so we go a little more hot and dirty.
Arista
then.
will tell you yes. Like you can't take like the library will be open when you wake up, but it'll be towards nighttime, and it'll be heavily guarded, like a lot of guards there. So just be
More heavily
slightly
guarded?
harder. But if you wait till tomorrow, you won't be able to do it for a week because they're shutting down for restoration. We broke into it. They're gonna install better security.
Okay. And she can't get into this temple without the statue, so she's stuck. Okay, I
Well,
guess we just
I
gotta
gave
take
her a rune sequence that she won't be able to get right, so she won't even be able to the front door.
and then there's
You got
something
through
about
that.
a challenge, and then she has to sing an incantation to this statue, and I basically just gave her gibberish, so there's no way she's passing that one. And then
That
she's got to
makes
use the
sense.
statue key to open the last door, and she doesn't have that.
Okay.
And it's
we
not
know
if we
she's on
can't
challenge
switch
too.
over- I
Oh,
was gonna say, if we can't switch over spells, is there a place that we can just go buy a couple spell scrolls?
I believe in the market, but they're gonna charge you a hefty price because you look weird. Not my opinion, just theirs.
Well, we could always like send Mizu in to buy them. She has a way with market people.
We've
Yeah.
also got about
Yeah.
like 5,000 gold.
I think I'll get along well up there. If y'all want to stay in hiding in the sewers, be my guest.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, because I'd like maybe an upgraded weapon as well that I could search for while Mizu gets the scrolls. So maybe
yeah,
market
I
run,
also
and
wanna
then
get
we
some
do this.
things, too.
Oh, what are you gonna get?
I don't know. I just, I'm out in the big world. Might get myself a Veilcast hat.
Oh, a hat.
We still have to circle back to that whole like out in the big boy world, but another time.
Well, shall we go? Or how about this? Arista, you tell me where the location is of the temple. I'll go really fast over there and keep an eye out for you.
Yikes.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
he's still an
I don't-
asshole.
I don't trust you, like even a little bit.
That is correct. That is the correct answer.
I could just take
Always.
your body over and learn for myself.
Hey, she's gonna look at you, Mizu. Is that something he can do outside?
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know the rules at this point anymore, to be honest with you.
He's a wild dog, untrained, off a leash. We're
Apparently, he's permanently out now. He won't go back in her
Yeah,
mouth.
I don't think you can take over people while you're permanently out.
What do you know? Okay, you don't know my powers. Mizu doesn't know that I'm in her.
I just know. I think you're bluffing.
I'm gonna do it.
No, you're not.
I know that if you're out, that probably can't mean that you're in good terms with Bruntoro. Oh.
Okay, fine. Shit. I can't take you over, and I'm not on good terms with Bertura, okay? Everybody air my problems out.
Well, that's just like a little bit on the forefront. Give us depth. Tell us more problems. I'm interested in your pain.
It started when I was a little demon.
I'm not that far back.
Oh,
Bobby says,
Ooh,
okay, maybe we should go ahead and start this process then. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, it does seem like we'll need some time. So maybe tonight, though it will be more dangerous, it seems like our best bet to like handle it effectively, perhaps. Is there anything else we need to do in the meantime?
Get this shit.
Mark it in for y'all. All right.
Okay, so Arista is going to go with people not going to the market. She doesn't want to be seen. She's going to stay with you. So, Fizz,
Team No Market.
Fizz and Harry are going to go Team No Market. Vafiel will stay with you guys. Voskar would love to go to the market.
Oh my god.
If you have to the
Team No
market,
Market.
he's got free will now, I guess.
Does he have
Even in the
free will?
market. Lord. How am I going?
He is going to say that he'll just wait outside and go back up that great door.
Mira's going to the market. Misa's going
Yeah,
to the
I'm
market.
marketing.
Celia,
Okay,
where you going?
as you two
No.
exit up the sewers, you see kind of at the end of the alley, it's like Vafiel who's got like a man up by his like scruff, who's just like, ah, yes, fear me, and some people
Oh,
are
Vafiel.
screaming. But it's distracting everybody that way, so you can make your way clean shot towards the market.
So Voskar, Mizu, and Mira go to the market. What could go wrong with that group? What could go wrong? Have fun out there.
As you
Well.
meander your way down to the market, you see stalls of foods and artisan crafts and some scrolls. You hear off in the distance, Voskar is making scenes. You hear screams. There's definitely scenes of chaos around as he's going around living his best life. So what do you two want to do?
Completely ignore him, that's for sure. And
We can definitely ignore him and do our thing, Mizu.
I feel like Mizu's gonna kind of start to look for a booth or like a storefront that might have scrolls out in the front.
Yeah, you definitely see one immediately. You can go up to it. You see this older man who's got this big top hat and this like ornate small spectacles on his face, big bow tie of this white color, this polka dotted multicolor. He's got these tassels of gold that shine as he turns, and he goes, "Hello, madam. Lovely blue makeup this morning. How may I assist you?"
Good morning. Love the suit.
you.
I'm looking for maybe some scrolls to make something smaller, or a scroll to cause, a big bang, something for a good performance.
Pray tell, what need of this scroll, fair maiden in blue?
A theater, of course. As you can tell by my appearance, I'm a lover of the arts, and working on a little something new, a new stage play.
Wonderful, an actress. Please, small discount, give us a performance.
Mizu is going to step back, and she's going to clear her throat, and she is going to sing while doing some really shitty twirls, but she definitely thinks she's nailing it. The lullaby that she heard Arizaline singing earlier, but that was fake gibberish that Arista said. She's going to sing that and do some little twirls.
Performance check.
$21.
Okay, he's going to show you some scrolls of reduce or enlarge reduce for 2,500 gold.
Sold. I have it.
He'll take your gold and give you the scroll. Come again next time.
Yeah, I whisper that in Mizu's ear. I'm like, Mizu, we need 2 of those.
Mizu's like, oh fuck, you got any more? You got another one? I could do another twirl or another song for you.
No need, my lady. That'll be 2,500 gold, and here's your second scroll. However, that is the last I have.
Mizu's gonna nod, and she's gonna hand that to him, and then go, easy enough, and hand both of them to Mira.
May luck grant you at the fighting ring. Have a good day.
What a doll. I guess he thinks we're fighting. Well, after getting the scrolls and everything, Mira's gonna be looking around for, I guess, a place that would be selling some perhaps magical weapons she could get her hands on.
Yeah, you do see this kind of wizard.
The warhammer's sufficient, but not sufficient enough.
You see this wizard and blacksmith that are working together at the shop, where you see this sign that's hanging over for arcane weaponry. As you step in, the wizard who is preparing this table, where he's laying a sword on it. Good day. How may I... He just kind of looks you over.
Hi.
Who might you be?
Oh, my name's Mira. What's your name?
Mira. The name is Jaff. It's a pleasure.
Jaff.
Where are you from, Mira?
Oh, I'm from the ocean.
You live in the ocean?
Well, not currently. I'm in my traveling era. But typically in the ocean, yeah.
We don't get a lot of visitors from your side of the world. It is a pleasure to see you. May
Oh,
I ask,
yeah,
what are
you
you in
too.
town for?
Oh, just perusing land, seeing what all it has to offer, the duality of life. I can only spend so much time underwater before I want to get my legs and get them going on the dirt.
The sun shines bright on the surface. What may I help you with today?
Well, I've been having to bust shit up occasionally with my warhammer because, things just be attacking and a bitch gotta stay safe. Yeah, so, something that could do a bit more hefty damage and that magical essence on it would be nice.
Well, we can enhance your already used warhammer, or perhaps you'd like to trade your warhammer in for a discount on a magical warhammer. We only have one currently right now, but we could do more if we modify yours. The choice is yours.
Oh, well, what do you have?
Well, we have a warhammer right now currently. Give me 1 second, let me check my papers.
Yeah, check your inventory.
Okay, we sold one of them to Miss Dennis last week. Still don't know why she wants that. She's a baker.
Beaten dough, you know?
Okay, how much gold is your budget today?
Well, I'd like to keep it under 6 if possible.
And are you willing to trade in your hammer that you have here?
Yeah. If it's a decent upgrade, of course.
Pray tell, what does your warhammer grant you in the way of arcana in this moment in time? Just so I'm not trying to sell you something that's of the same value.
Oh, the one I currently have?
Yes.
No arcana.
Ah, I think we can do just fine then.
It's my
Power
problem.
putting
Yeah.
my back into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Which this back can't get down, if you know what I mean.
I don't, but nonetheless.
Oh, don't be so shifty. You're fine.
One moment, I'll go right to the back. He's gonna walk to the back, and so you have a second there with Mizu as Scott types this out.
I know that Mizu's gonna turn and kind of like look and be like, "Where is he off to now?" And like try to look with Mira for Voskar.
Oh yeah, where did he run off to?
I don't know if we'll like. I imagine he's like somewhere ahead of us, just like causing mayhem or whatever. And Mizu interlocks her arm with yours, and she goes, "Watch this." And she's gonna walk over to him, and she's going to grab the remaining gold that she has out, which is 260 gold, and she's just gonna walk up to him, being like astronomically shorter than him, and like tap him on the back and wait for him to turn around.
He turns around and then realizes you. Oh, I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt that. I know you're enjoying the real world and everything now that you're out, but, here. And she's gonna reach forward and drop the 260 gold into his hand and go, I know I can be a real bitch sometimes, and I'm kind of hard to put up with, so I honestly just wanted to tell you thank you. I know you have free will now, but I really do hope you stick around.
Oh, Mizu.
Roll a straight charisma check.
"22.
Thank you, princess.
The demon said thank you.
I've, for the most part, enjoyed working together. But there is something about you that is, dare I say, confusing. Even while lying to you about what we lied about on the boat. There's something that felt interesting about it. And I don't instinctively feel the need to run away from you.
You know, that's probably the nicest thing you've ever said. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And you know, that gold there, I know you don't really like understand like value or how things work around here, but it's not a ton, so just try not to spend it all in one place, okay? And she's gonna like kind of like yank Mira's arm back over towards like the booth as they see
touch back
the
to the
guy going
booth.
back. Yeah. And
Mira like bends down a little bit to whisper in your ear. That demon loves you.
"That's how I get what I want. Why do you think I'm Daddy's favorite? He's
Ah,
not going anywhere."
I understand.
All right, we have a Hagrid Warhammer. Okay, this is a +3 to hit. It destroys anyone's outfit, turns it to dirt. That's a funny part. And does +5 force damage as dirt explodes from the end of it. At first I thought it was a joke weapon, but after seeing it in battle, it still looks funny, but it's powerful.
I like humor and power, coincidentally enough.
And because most people are kind of put off by the humorous appeal, we've had to slash its prices. This has been on our clearance rung for a good month. So, I'll easily sell it to you for 35.
Oh, nice. I mean, that feels like a good deal. So
The only
we'll definitely
problem
take
is,
that.
and why I'm giving such a big discount is, it has some hiccups. So,
Like,
well, there's a 1 in 6 chance it could make your clothes turn into dirt.
so
I'll take it.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with showing off your gills, girl.
Well, as long as your wardrobe is as big as your confidence, I don't think we have a problem here. 3,500.
It's not, but thank you.
Okay, you're switching it up? You giving the gold and the Warhammer?
Yep, given the gold and the Warhammer.
Alright, add a Hagrid Warhammer. A +3 to hit. Plus, whatever added on that you have.
Yeah. Thank you.
It will destroy. If you land a hit, it will turn their clothes to dirt. It does +4. It does +5 force damage.
Yeah, does that include armor?
No. They will keep their armor.
Metal stays.
Naked Witches.
When it hits, why it does +5 force damage is because the end just like magically explodes with dirt. So it just like adds a little bit of force extra. And then every time you use it, you'll roll a d6. And if it lands on a 1, your clothes will turn to dirt.
That's hot.
Yeah, thought you'd like that.
I'm just gonna need a metal bikini.
That's dope.
Thanks, Daddy. Okay. Well, I got what I needed here, Mizu. and-
Same. And I don't know if I guess maybe we can go see if Voskar is gonna spend any money. I'd kind of be curious to see what he buys.
You want
not
to
gonna
follow him
lie.
around for a minute and see if he buys anything?
Yeah, like a comfortable distance. I'd just be a little nosy.
We can do that. I love a good spy.
As you turn the corner and you're looking, everyone's kind of running away from these like stalls, and Voskar's hunched over trying to look inside one of the stall, and the guy's like backed up against the wall. Back off, you demon! And he's like, I just want to buy one. And he's like, just take it. Just take it.
No, you don't understand. I'm trying to pay for it.
Just take it and go.
And he's like, if I don't pay for it, it doesn't have meaning, you imbecile!
And he reaches through and grabs the guy by the throat and pulls him out of it, and then drops the gold on the table and takes this picture frame, and that seems to be glowing, and it looks like it's got some mechanism where you can like scratch drawings into it.
Now tell me how to use it.
You just scratch it. You just draw. If you can't draw, don't buy it.
Yes. I mean, can you draw on it?
I don't know.
You sure? I'll give you more gold.
No, please, just let me go. So he lets him go.
Fine.
He just takes his nail, and you see he starts drawing hair down in a circular head. And he kind of just looks around. No one's watching him. He just kind of waddles through the crowd that screams and runs from him.
Yeah, you too.
And just keeps drawing on this little frame.
As they're like, well, I imagine they still have their arms linked, walking from
Yeah.
like a comfortable distance, and Misu's gonna lean over and go, I mean, there is something kind of cute about him, right? It's not just me.
Yeah, it's like he's a child in a demon's body.
It's something about like how assertive he is and how he always gets what he wants. Like that's
Oh, you're talking about his toxicness. Girl, no. Okay, this is where we're a little different. Because I feel like you hold the power, but yet you still give it to him. That's where the problem lies.
Mhm.
You just gotta make him think he has it, but you're always holding it.
Yeah, true. I mean, that was kind of what that whole display was earlier, but
Yeah, it was a great example of it. So don't, let your thinking falter too far from just keeping that mindset. You don't want to falter in it.
I'll try. I don't know. Let's just see what he's up to. I mean,
Probably
something else
drawing
is
you a
bound to
little
happen.
picture.
As you turn the corner, you almost bump into him.
I got you something.
And he's going to turn this frame around that's glowing. And it's like a crudely sticky figure drawing of you, but it's like a GIF. So it's like,
Mizu's gonna reach out and you actually see like a flash of emotion over her face that you don't normally see. Like her kind of like wall broke a little bit and she goes, "This is for me?"
Well, yeah, I just thought it was... you spend so much time doing that gesture, and I haven't really seen you do it a lot lately, so a little bit of encouragement.
You don't want anything back?
Oh, I mean, the gold's nice, but I just, take what I want. It's not like they can do anything.
Nobody's ever given me like a gift without wanting something back before besides Daddy, so I'm not used to it. So
That's
thanks.
so sweet of Voskar.
Yeah, well, don't get too used to it. I do want that death book.
I mean, me too. Don't worry. We're totally gonna get that. And she's just gonna kind of look at it and like smile a little bit, and then put it in her bag. So should we?
This is awkward now, isn't it, Voskar? Because you want to be like, I love you, Mizu, but you won't say it, but I see it. It's okay.
I think we should get back with the others. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah, let's go back. I think that was enough public attention from one day, and that's
Come on,
coming from
lovebirds,
me.
let's go.
You waddle your way back to the rest of the group, and you're all together.
Is that a short rest for the rest of us? We're sitting and chatting.
That'll be a short rest.
Yeah,
They're going to
it's
make
like-
their way back to the sewer, which is the only place they have to hide, unless you have another place to be. But that'll give
Get
you
my
a
wash
short
shape.
rest. And then, what else do you need?
I want to ask Arista. Have you found? And then I kind of like draw the symbol. You supposed to be here? Have you run into him at all, or have you had time?
No. He's protected
Dang.
by the Gorgolons, and you can't.
Oh
get
my
to their
god!
Yeah.
Do you? You meant we just heard about them today, and I was just interested that you mentioned them. What do you know about them? Sorry to cut you off. Continue.
Oh, I just know that they're a tribe that apparently people believe they were behind a plot to overthrow the Lizard Games. But the rumor is that whoever the winner is this person, and they escaped to the Gorgolon village, and I don't know how to get there.
I think a berry.
Just like a
Think
strawberry?
I don't know what kind of berry, but I think there's a berry that will like help you get to the Gorgolons, or helps the Gorgolons get wherever they're going. We kind of ran into this guy earlier, and we kind of like had this interesting exchange.
Well,
But they're like pro sneakers.
I don't really have any reason to venture to see them. I mean, I wanted to know about him because he might know of my home, but I already know that now, and I know my home is in his ear. So, unless you have any reason to see him, I don't.
No, it's just thing to do. But I mean, speaking of berries, not like that. We do need to go to Silverware and like investigate some food folk. So
The cherry pie.
the cherry pie. Yeah. Suspicious. Suspicious.
Well, why don't we long rest now, wake up, take care of this, and then we can go wherever we want. Because I really have no reason to stay here.
Oh well, I mean we can long rest, but I guess they went and bought them scrolls.
Oh,
I guess we can just do it now. They bought the
Oh.
scroll. We don't have to wait.
well, are you ready, Fizz? I was born ready. What about you, Harry? Yeah, I'm pretty good too. What about you, Varfield?
I'm pretty alright. What about you, Voskar?
I'm pretty damn good. What about you,
Yeah.
PCs?
I feel good. I got a short rest while shaped slot is back. That was hard to get out. Wow. And the scroll will help. So I'm all good.
I'm ready to be surprised and maybe kill someone.
I have one spell slot.
And with that, we'll pause for
I
the
think she
night.
just needs a short rest. A short rest, please.
We'll come back for episode 42 and break into the Centennium Library. Tried to steal a 12-foot statue, which is a key. Cool. Thank you, everybody, for playing. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe and like. Thanks for hanging out.
Do it. Do it. Hit it. Hit it right now. Do it. Thank you.
Okay, you've had time to do it. Okay,
Hit
bye.
it.
I see you
That's
later.
all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.